These dogs can and will go out and bite somebody. But on the other hand, they're controlled enough where you can approach the dog, and they're social animals. For handlers, the reason we come to the trials is it's networking with other agencies. It's coming out here, sharing with the public that, hey, this is a good police tool. We'll make sure we have trained, experienced judges.
Judges for agility. All right, balance the barrel. No point deduction for that. I don't want a dog getting hurt.
We're watching all the teams go through. We're evaluating them, and the dog's control, the ability to want to work, the dog's drive, and we're also judging the handler. We want to see if they're acting as a team, not as an individual. The canine team consists of the dog and the handler, and they need to be cohesive when they work. The dog's got to jump over walls, through tunnels, and various other obstacles during his course of duty as a patrol dog. An officer won't have the opportunity to maybe touch his dog all the time. He has to control his dog without having a leash on him or hands-on.
Sit. License.
Hit a bad guy, the dog had 90 seconds to locate the bad guy, and it simulates a search that they would actually do on patrol. We're looking for the bark, the alert, and also we're judging the handler. Is he recognizing the dog's alert? The most exciting part of the day when they get to see the dogs bite. When they're going out to bite a suspect, not because they're vicious animals or anything like that, it's just a trained behavior that we strive for. We teach a dog to give a full mouth bite. That's a safer, more humane way if you apprehend somebody, as opposed to a dog that's munching all over somebody. The reason people do muzzle work is it brings the fight drive out of a dog. The actual agitator who gets to put his hands on them.
Hey, you in the car? Come out, show your hand.
A bad guy sitting in a vehicle. It's unsafe to approach, so they use a canine and apprehends the suspect by biting him. We demonstrated control, which we call a verbal out.
Out here. See.
You might notice that the handler's voice tends to get louder. In training, if you just use a real monotone voice, when you encounter a real situation, the first time that you raise your voice, the dog may think it's getting corrected inadvertently. We call it a redirect. You approach two guys.
Please come out, I'll send my dog.
One of the guys gives up. We don't want to bite him, but we do want to bite the guy who continued to run and not following your instruction.
Feel a lot more comfortable with equipment. I trust my equipment. This is a Euro-Joe suit. It's made out of French linen. It's a very durable material. It helps prevent the dog bites. Object is to not get bit every day.
So I've been using police dogs 9 years. You have a patrol dog, which handles building searches and protecting the officer, article searches, say if a suspect drops something, tracking that individual, runs up in the hills. You have the cross-trained dogs that are multitasked. Not only can he do the patrol portion of it, but he also can do the narcotics portion of it, which is locating all the things from methamphetamine, cocaine, marijuana, and heroin. Miniature dogs, they're used more for airports, for sniffing out vegetable fruits and contraband. Police dogs will stay with their handlers, and that's all important because you're a team. My first dog was, I had him for 5 years, and he died of kidney failure, and it was one of the hardest things I ever went through. I was there when they put him down, and I'll never forget that. I cried for 3 days. I have no problems admitting that. It was one of the hardest things because he's with me, you know, all the time, and he was a real good dog.
She's currently in training and working the streets looking for lost people, criminal cases, evidence, and she's going to be in training for human remains. She has a nose that's 3 million times greater than yours and mine, and they excel at what we call cold trails. I've had hounds follow a scent trail 2 months old and turn evidence. She worked this takeover bank robbery, and she left the bank, went through a shopping center behind a 7-Eleven, hit a wooden fence where they jumped, went into the bushes and came out with this packet of money. And we're just laughing.
The most important thing is for the public to realize is these dogs want to work for us because they enjoy it. This is fun for them. When they see the the guys in the protective suits, they know it's just a kind of free-for-all. When you see a dog make a mistake out here, it's not that they can't do it. They know it's just their time to kind of play around, keep them wanting to work. We praise them and let them know they did a good job.